Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 7 of season 1 of Daredevil Born Again. The last episode, Matt and Fisk have officially crossed their individual lines. You know, as much as they were kind of holding back and starting to flirt with the line, they full on crossed it. Fisk finally let Adam out of the cage and laid into him, while Matt finally donned the suit to go save Angela from Muse. Muse got away, so exciting stuff to go into from here. So let's go ahead and jump into this, guys. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you come over to the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up with the time codes for actually an entire episode. Over there, get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote what movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, helps do the things we do over here. But at the end of the day, really appreciate and enjoy this reaction. Please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. With that all said out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 7. Here we go.
I've been thinking a lot about projected personas, or masks.
Dr. Good, I need help.
I'm sure we can work something out.
Thank you.
I heard an interesting theory that somebody thinks that Heather might be in on Muse's killings, and that might be her way of researching for her book, which would be maniacal if that turned out to be true.
A girl named Angela Del Toro was dropped off at Presbyterian late last night. Says she actually escaped from Muse.
She's still alive.
She lost a lot of blood, like 2,500 milliliters, which,
Good
I don't know, kind of sounds like
God.
But how did she escape?
The girl claims she was rescued
Oh,
by
no.
the vigilante known as Daredevil.
Shit. Well, that didn't take long.
So he's back.
We don't know that for sure.
Get out. He's back.
Damn, dude. Whew. It's like his post Walter White boning. Yup.
You were gone when I got here.
Medicine case.
You left your briefcase here, and you didn't get those bruises at work.
Went for a walk. I'm having trouble sleeping.
What excuse are you gonna throw out next, buddy?
I do just occasionally bump into things. It is part of my reality.
Then why lie about going for a walk?
Because it's embarrassing, sweetie.
No, Matt, what's going on? You're checked out a large portion of the time. You put yourself in dangerous situations.
Dating's a psychiatrist. You're gonna have a hard time hiding shit.
Dealing with some things, and honestly, not very well.
Some things.
Okay, Heather, you realize I used to have this whole other life, you know, and sometimes this all feels, to me, feels fake.
Oof.
I'm sorry to do this, but you have been tamping down trauma for so long.
Oh, you have no idea.
And I'm trying really hard to fight it.
It's not a fight. It's a process.
Got it. Understood. Thank you. Dr. Glenn.
Oh.
That was good. Dude, his charisma levels are off the charts.
I love you, Matt.
I love you too.
Yeah, I think more than anything, she's just gonna die this season. I don't think she's behind anything, but that would be insane if she was.
You think I wouldn't find out? You give me your word and then you pull this shit?
Keep your voice down, please.
I told you to stay out of
What was
it.
I supposed to do? The cops were dicking around getting nowhere. I found Muse in one night.
You want a medal?
He's a serial killer, Jerry. 60 dead. Would have been one more if Daredevil hadn't shown up. And he's still out there. So I'm gonna need you to reach out to your contacts. He's gonna go into survival mode because he knows he's got limited time. If I can figure out his pattern, I can figure out where he's gonna strike next.
No. If you want to blow up your life again, you go ahead.
Dude, this is about lives, buddy. Who gives a shit about this?
There was a time when you were on the force, moments like this, you called me.
Ooh, yeah, I don't agree with that. I understand what he's trying to do for Matt, but he's like willfully ignoring the fact that This guy, if we don't intervene, is just going to go on and keep going and get away.
It's not like Muse is the first serial killer the city's ever seen.
Talking about a man who dresses in a devil costume.
Oh, he's not even worried. He doesn't give a shit about Muse, man.
Back. It's not the worst thing in the world, is it?
Yeah, can he step aside and just let him do it? It would be good for him.
For the sake of the city.
For the sake of the city.
Mm-hmm.
He took down my entire business, one that made hardworking people who believed in themselves, and my enterprise richer than they ever dreamed of. An entire network of blue-collar millionaires, from distributors overseas to the...
That's one way to paint that, bud. Oh my God.
Went on a rampage. He tracked down all my workers, custom facilitators, all of them. He broke bones without due process, without standing or legal cause, all because of this twisted, delusional man, this vigilante, because of his righteousness.
You've moved on from that now, huh? You're the man now.
Yes, I have more resources.
No, that's not what he was saying.
Can you recall why I said I hired you?
I believe you called it my ability to think asymmetrically.
Yes, Buck. Yeah. I have the responsibility to protect this city from anyone who steps outside of the law.
Save for yourself, right? The second he showed up, any care or focus or attention Muse should have, gone. Oh.
Angela, what do you remember about Muse, about Track 61, anything?
Detective asked me a bunch of questions when I woke up.
Good God, man. That's so fucked up, man. What a wild setup.
Cops ain't gonna do nothing about it.
If they don't, somebody will. I promise you.
These sketches. And he was really amped about them. Kept talking about them. Kept doing them.
What up, like murals of people?
Faces.
His targets, his victims.
You've been causing a lot of chaos, Luca. You're looking for attention. There are other ways.
Look, I'm a straight shooter. I don't do politics. Why the hell does he want to be mayor? What's his angle?
I don't have to explain my husband's actions to you or to anyone.
You think it's bullshit too, don't you? We're not earning. Then he sends the brick to ding me for nearly $2 million?
That was me.
Oh.
You know the rules. Play nice, keep smart, keep low. You did none of that. Now you owe.
That rhymes.
The rules were worth it when you were running things. It was better than, you know that. I could see it on your face.
Oh my God, this wedge, man. People are driving into it.
It's time for a change.
Are you asking for my permission or my help?
That's up to you.
Wow.
Hi.
Look who finally showed up.
Bastion Cooper. Who is he? And are you certain he's our guy?
Found a piece of clothing in Muse's lair, and we assumed it was fabric, but our analysis showed that it was actually canvas. This particular canvas is very rare, very expensive. There's only 2 stores in the entire city that sell it.
Well, that narrows things down.
Involuntary commitment when he was 15. Expelled from Phillips Exeter. Involuntary commitment when he was 17. Another one when he was 20.
Good Lord.
One more thing, sir. How familiar are you with Taekwondo?
Oh! Well, that explains that
Did I
bit.
ever tell you I used to compete in Taekwondo?
Did you enjoy it?
I hated it. My parents always wanted an athlete in the family.
So you competed in Taekwondo to prove yourself to them.
I competed in Taekwondo because they made me, and it was awful. They wouldn't let me quit.
There are really only a handful of truly elite Taekwondo coaches, and Lee Suk-ji was one of them. That's why his father hired Coach Lee to live with them and coach his son. 3 months after Coach Lee started training Bastion, his body showed up on the estate.
Holy shit.
And all I ever wanted to be was an artist, be the person I am now, and that's all thanks to you.
That is kind of you to say, but I'm just the conduit.
No, you're the key. Don't you see that?
Oh no. What if this all started, because we know it went back.
You've allowed my creativity to flourish, to soar heights I never even imagined.
So,
Okay, she's getting uncomfortable. I'm thinking he started being active out there when he started seeing her.
He's finally starting to see me for who I really am.
Oh my
Disclaim
goodness.
your art?
You could say that.
You could say that.
Is there anything else you...
Dude, I'd be leaving the building right now, man.
Rumors that vigilante from Hell's Kitchen is back.
We don't have confirmation on that, sir, but we are definitely open to the possibility.
Yeah, thank you. You've done a good job.
Oh, of course, sir.
Bastion, your nose.
Becoming your true self can be scary. It's like you always say, we can't hide from ourselves. It's only when we embrace who we are, we can truly be free.
Oh, he is coming out to her about it.
Tell me about that drawing.
Well, it's not like anybody else knows what he looks like, to be fair.
You already know, Dr. Clint. I can see it in your face.
Is that
my true self? And I know what you're thinking, Dr. Clint. There's only one question on your mind right now. Can I make it to the door in time?
Wow. Holy sh... Nice. Oh no. There is a lot of pictures of her.
Oh, Christ. Hey!
Oh! Wow. Dude.
Are you sure it was him?
Well, yeah, as far as I could tell. But the facial recognition ID the sketch is Heather Glenn, a psychiatrist downtown.
It's also your psychiatrist.
Yeah, I'll put out an APB.
No, don't. The task force can handle this. You are the thin, dark line protecting this city. Remind them of that. And don't disappoint me, pal.
I won't, sir.
All right, well, the dogs have been unleashed. Oh my God.
Bastion, please.
Don't fucking call me that! I am Muse! Muse.
M-U-S-E. It was you. You know. You understand who I am.
Please don't hurt me.
Honestly, I can't guarantee that.
Muse, where are you going with all of this?
Oh no. Oh. Oh, what are you doing?
No.
Unfortunately, you're just too good of an artist. Otherwise, they may have had some more trouble figuring out who your target was. Sucks being good at your job, doesn't it?
What the hell is
Oh,
that? What the fuck are you doing? You've kidnapped me and then you're gonna what, shoot me? Look at you. You can't even talk to me without that insane mask on. Anybody who needs a mask is a coward.
I mean, that was a choice. Matt! Yes! Oh, him with the forehead shots this episode. Dude, that was such a tense scene, man. Good God.
Approaching the north entrance. Stand by to breach.
Whoa!
Hey, Heather. It's over. Wait.
Dude, just... I mean, he, Damn, dude.
Roll me a bus ASAP. It looks like someone has stabilized the victim.
Good. So she made it out. Okay. Well, made it out. Okay is a little bit of a stretch.
He had a gun. Part of some murder-suicide grand plan. There's something else, sir. When we made entry into the room, Muse was already dead. The place was a chaotic mess. I mean, he was here. Daredevil.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Well, like you said, it was chaotic up here. Like, hard to see or to tell. What we do know is that you and your men did your job.
And we're gonna spin that narrative to our favor.
That you stopped Muse.
Yep. Take credit away.
You are heroes. There was no one else up here. Isn't that right, Sergeant North?
Yes, it is, Mr. Mayor. That's right.
That's so dirty, man.
New York One and all the majors, they come through your blog, don't they?
Of course. Guess I get all the real shit.
Like Daredevil taking out Muse? You burned me with that mayor garbage thing. The task force took out Muse, not Daredevil.
Yeah, the one problem with that is it's bullshit.
You're not stupid, BB. Mayor Fisk isn't fucking around, and neither am I. See, this is a carrot and a stick situation. With a very big carrot and a very big stick.
Holy shit.
No.
Yeah, a little bit.
And what you decide in the next few seconds will determine how totally awesome or totally shitty the rest of your life is. And I'd be so stoked if you made the right call.
Hey, I hope she follows in her uncle's footsteps. But then again, things did not work out all that great for him in the end. And hey, look, she made it out in the end. So I would have lost that bet.
You're gonna be okay.
You killed him, Matt.
You didn't have a choice.
How do you know?
I know.
I was there.
Because I know you.
No.
Daring rescue by Mayor Fisk's newly formed anti-vigilante task force.
A masked man can no longer keep our city.
Now the war on Matt is
I promised to keep our streets
full on.
I delivered.
Shit. Wow, fuck you. But that's metal. Oh, god damn it, man. What the hell? Oh, she's staying loyal. She's removing Luca. Or that's to Luca. Oh, shit. Wow. No way, right? See, I thought for a second she was going to send somebody after Luca for even floating that idea across, but nope. Or this is a trap.
Thank you, Buck.
Nope, never mind. He's just always, he's never alone. Holy shit.
Could you call Vanessa and ask her? She'd like me to bring her home some stolen hair.
Of course, sir.
Or was that a coordinate? Hold on. There's a couple of angles here. We'll talk about it here in a second, but Jesus Christ. Okay. Damn. All right, so a couple of thoughts on that little bit. Because my mind was going back and forth on that whole little scenario there as it was unfolding. Because we know they had met. We know Vanessa has mixed feelings about what Fisk is doing and all of this right now. And obviously how she ran the company before all of this and then now and whatnot. Obviously there's a lot of mixed feelings all around. considering every aspect of this. But like this wedge keeps getting kind of bigger and bigger, or at least seemingly so. So when she sends this text message, my first thought was like she was going to get Luca killed, which inevitably she kind of did. That leads me to two other points at this point. Was the intention to actually take out Fisk, or was this to trick Luca into getting himself killed? So was she actually trying to off Fisk? Because she would have to maybe assume, I don't know, I would imagine she would have to assume that he's never actually alone, but he would look alone for somebody walking in. So was she actually trying to take him out? Or was that just to get Luca off the board because he just continues to be a problem? I'm curious. How do you all feel about that? I feel like it could go either way. But there's a couple different ways to read all of that. The fact that they're withholding this information about Daredevil during these investigations and all this, and taking all the credit for taking down Muse to boost themselves, to prove to the city that their way works, that they're getting the results, that these vigilantes just, the way he's orchestrating and controlling the narrative around all of this to push his agenda is wild. BB seems to be the only person, just like with her uncle, that may be willing to stand up and sell the truth, but now she's being threatened as well by her own friend who has followed this ambitious path and is basically, carrot and sticking and threatening her, man. Holy shit. That turn when he brought her into the office it was just wild. Considering where he started to now and like where they've started to now, and especially after she wrote that story about what he let leak, and Wilson gave him a pretty firm ultimatum. Yeah, he's taking that to heart for sure. So Heather wound up surviving all of this, to my surprise, because of her diving into masks and all these different things, what it allows us to do, what it allows us to explore. Why do vigilantes favor these masks and hiding their identity or taking on another persona? And at what point does that begin and end, or which is the real persona in the end? Are you being your true self for the first time through this vehicle, or is it a way of hiding that fact? He became obsessed with her and sought her out. It had nothing to do with Matt, had nothing to do with Fisk. Purely sought her out based on her book alone. Like he said, your book spoke to me, and that drew him here. It made him feel seen, like her discussions on the idea of these identities. And, he came in, started seeing her. And I'm wondering because we know that there's been a lot of time kind of passing episode to episode from when we first met Heather and Matt and all this kind of stuff, and when he first went to her book signing. Some time has passed since then, and we know that his killings have started for a while now, going so far back. And I wonder if those coincide with him finding her book, or if those coincide with her taking him on as a client. I'm kind of curious about that. And in some roundabout way, she woke up something in him that made him feel like this was the avenue he needed to go to be an artist, but also to fulfill and exercise these other demons he's been carrying around, which, as we explored his past, has been a recurring theme. And that because he was an artist, and I've been in this situation in a couple of different times in my life where obviously I went to school for art and I did choir, did all the other stuff, but like my father and hell, even my stepdad for a while was also trying to make sure to push me into sports and stuff like that. Well, I did enjoy them like when I was a kid for sure, but like try to keep pressing me to do stuff like that a lot of the time too. And so there was the compromise here for him where his parents quite literally brought somebody to their home and forced him to learn at least something. And it turned out to be Taekwondo, which explains why he's able to throw hands with Daredevil and at least kind of hold his own for a moment. The eventuality that he took to heart all those lessons, and like you said, he learned a lot from him, but then that guy ended up dead, and he's been institutionalized multiple times involuntarily into his 20s, and now he's here seeking her help, guidance, and assistance because no one else has seen him for who he is until her, because of her exploration of these vigilantes, these masked, I guess, heroes and villains when you kind of look at it on both sides of the coin. Just the idea of the mask itself and what that enables. I like that exploration. And then the fact that she unwittingly winds up with somebody like Matt, who just fits right into that. She's seen one, and then one almost took her out. Isn't that the dichotomy of all of that entire existence? That whole scene, like, I don't even know, like what would be racing through your head in those moments. And then when Matt came swinging in through the window and took him out and impeded him, and then when he tried to, like, okay, well, shit, I got to finish what I started here. And he tried to beeline it for Heather when he kind of got a little bit of a reprieve from Matt. Matt hit him with that billy club with that grappling hook right through the chest and just yanked him back onto the canvas. And then as he had him pinned and distracted, Heather got his gun that he had dropped and unloaded it into him. And just before she passed out too, he was like, Heather, blah, blah. She doesn't know it's him. She wasn't able to put that together just yet, but I'm wondering if that's going to be something she comes to an understanding on by the end of the season, because now it's not so much about Muse, it's about Fisk's plan, the long game from episode 1 to now is about Fisk and his war on vigilantism. Muse being a stepping stone to that rather than like this long haul villain of this all. While he's been kind of ever present in the background throughout the season, now he's quite literally the springboard for Wilson to take his next steps. Everything about this episode was just building up this rising tension, this change in the tide, just in the winds as everything, because so much right now was hinging on this Muse moment. This could be a huge failure for Fisk if this goes any other way, or a huge win. And while Matt, he saved Heather in the end, and while credit isn't what he's seeking necessarily, this event has allowed Fisk to, usurp even more power, which is going to bite us in the ass, especially now that he knows Matt's back out in the field. He also knows who Matt is. So I'm wondering if he's going to have, maybe another sit down, another invitation, an ultimatum again of sorts, or just straight go for him. Or is he going to play fair and try to catch him in the field as Daredevil and out him that way? Like, how is he? Because, he knows. So, like, what leverage is there going to be or what's going to prevent him from just going straight for Matt directly with his task force? Or is all of this just going to be a roundabout way to lure him out and get him caught in this way of hubris to try to stop him or intervene or whatever, and then humiliate him in that fact by beating him that way? The fact that he does know, but he's not going to play that card. I'm very interested to see how Fisk is going to play this out, man. I'm excited. These last 2 episodes, I'm super duper excited for, especially considering I think D'Onofrio and Charlie, at a convention or a panel or interview or something like said, episode 8 was the one they're the most excited for people to see. Man, I'm really excited for the last 2 episodes, man. I'm really excited. I can't wait to see where they go with this. But yeah, man, another awesome episode, and I'm going to leave it at that, guys. What do you think? How do you feel about the resolution of all this? How do you feel about these different little chess games that are all being played throughout this episode as well? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gives you access as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Mandy Sherritt, Your Course Scott, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Cottrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crockett, Watchtower, Domi, and Gregory Toner. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.